Well, a question then. So we're talking about
Yeah.
dignity and work that is dignifying, or dignity of work.
Yeah.
Is all work dignifying?
Ooh.
Or can we dignify all work because of our inherent dignity?
Right. Yeah. So I would answer that insofar as to say that work not only has to take the creative life of image and likeness that we've taken from God the Father as the imprint on our personal soul and place it into action. I also think that action has to be itself life-giving and building up of the common good. And so to say that something like, and I'm sorry, I don't know all the listeners, but this is just what's coming off the top of my head, but like something like adult film or something like that. I don't think that's dignified work. I think that's something that is actually tearing down the dignity of the human person by, like Pope John Paul the Great would say, it's not that it shows too much, it's that it shows too little.
Yeah.
It's
the objectification.
It kind of deteriorates the very dignity with which we should view each other and view ourselves. And when we fall into some sort of activity of glorifying this or glorifying the body simply for the sake of pleasure or something that it can give me immediately, it's not actually proliferating what human dignity is all about, nor is it holding it to the esteem with which we deserve and were created. And that doesn't just have to be true about something as extreme as the adult film industry, but the way we work, I suppose, has a lot to say about that. Whether we choose to, from what intention, what is our why? Because if we're working to show others that we're better than them and that we kind of want to demean them by flexing or showing how excellent we are in a particular domain, I'd say in a certain sense we're actually doing ourselves a disservice, and we're doing a disservice to our brothers and sisters because we're failing to see the person who is them and the person who is us.
Yeah. I could launch into a lot of things from that. I'm trying to keep it like somewhat narrowed, I guess. So you mentioned the term, if it maybe a good kind of temperature check on if work is dignifying is how we can measure if it contributes to the common good or not. And maybe to just speak into a little bit about what the common good is, because we might talk about something to be good, right? And that's a transcendental quality of either an action or a person. But what is the common good a participation in just the transcendental of goodness?
Right.
Or what qualifies common good? And why do we care about it?
Yeah, super good. I just turned to a page where I was going to try to use my own words, and I certainly could. Francisco and I talked about this before. He's of the mindset that if you can say it in your own words, you absolutely should.
Agreed.
And I probably could, but I'm going to use the words of Charles de Connick anyway. And common good has the character of superabundance and is eminently diffusive of itself insofar as it is more communicable. It reaches the singular more than the singular good. It is the greater good of the singular. So I wanted to I wanted to focus in on a particular word that he used in his definition or in his explanation of the common good, and that is diffusive. I think the common good and good in and of itself, as we see from God himself, it's diffusive of itself. So it's good in which not just the singular individual can appreciate or participate in, but it is the good which is superabundant and kind of overflows to others. Yeah.
And it's common, not because it's like ordinary. I think, in fact, it's
good call.
It's like not ordinary.
Right.
It's common because it is meant for all to participate in.
Yeah.
And there are so many aspects or ways which we can participate in the common good, right? So, work and service, that builds a community. It builds a civitas of the state.
Yeah, I was going to mention the word if you did
that. is not just a bunch of autonomous individuals, right? But it is all working together for something. And so if my work doesn't just bring about my own benefit or something that is helpful for me, but in fact would also benefit Chris,
Yep.
now there's a level of the common good. But there's more than that. Worship, praise, sharing in spiritual things, sharing sports, I think,
Dude.
has levels of participation in the common good.
Yes.
And yeah, there's just like so many ways.
Yeah.
So it's just that which cannot be claimed by any individual, but still by which individuals can benefit.
Yes.
But not singularly, but it is geared towards a communal participation.
Yes.
In whatever that good thing is. So there are multiple common goods. It's not just like an abstract,
Right.
common good.
Right.
There are things that are common goods. So in this case, work itself contributes to the common good of the society, of the unity of the persons.
Yeah.